guys, if you're new to my channel, hello, my name is Juliasurface and I am a rising senior at the University of Tennessee, Knoxville, double majoring in accounting and marketing with a collateral and supply chain management. And by the title of this video, this is going to be my updated basic housing video. So I already have a basic housing video. It has, I think, around 14,000 views now at this point, which is just insane and incredible. I have gotten word that the incoming freshmen have just selected their dorms and their housing. I have heard that there were some troubles and definitely just some things that just were not going well for some people. Before I even start this video and start the conversation about housing, I just want to go ahead and preface, I have absolutely no affiliation with UTK housing at all. I'm literally just a student. These are my opinions. It's just my experience of being a student. But I just would like to say that I'm so sorry to anybody who felt jeopardized by UT Housing's process of selecting housing. I know some people were let down and were really overwhelmed and stressed about the whole housing situation. I just want to say, as a student and somebody who's going to be a senior next year, I'm so sorry that that might be one of the first situations with UT that you're having to deal with, and it has to be stressful and upsetting and confusing. That being said, there's just been so many changes since my original basic housing video that I created back in 2020. It is now June of 2022 and we have lived through a pandemic through that time, and UT has completely revamped how they have done the housing selection process. So I just feel like it is time for me to kind of update and revamp my video to kind of cater to more present times and just kind of what's going on with the housing situation. I also have another video, I believe it was like my part 2 video to the basic housing video. I think it's like how you choose housing, something like that. That's kind of completely changed. Some things are still the same and very similar in nature, but the whole process has also changed as well. Because when I was going into my freshman year, it was in 2019, UT back then, you selected housing by when you paid your enrollment fee and filled out your housing contract. Whereas now I have learned that UT has now done a whole lottery system. So basically everything is just completely random and you just really have no control of when you have your housing time slot. It's just changed drastically and so much from like what I remember when I lived on campus. Another huge adjustment that UT has made literally this year is that they have pretty much kicked out all upperclassmen from the dorms. And this even includes Laurel Hall and Laurel Hall, which were traditionally upperclassmen dorms only. You could not live in those dorms as a freshman. In my basic housing video, I explicitly say that you are not allowed to live in Laurel and Laurel Hall because when I filmed that video, they were upperclassmen dorms, and you were lucky just as an upperclassman to even get those dorms. But now it is just completely changed. There will be some upperclassmen, I believe, still in the dorms, but it is very limited. UT is right now facing a huge housing shortage, and they've kicked everybody out. I just want to encourage the incoming freshmen who just selected their housing to understand that maybe you are not placed where you wanted to be. And I understand that that's frustrating and upsetting, and you have every right to feel that way. But I just want you all to know that you are going to have an amazing experience no matter where you live. I know that I was very fortunate and blessed to live in Magnolia for 2 years. I had an amazing dorm experience. I loved my dorm, and I could go on and on about how amazing Magnolia is, but there are just some things about the other dorms that Magnolia just like did not have. Every dorm has its pros and cons, and that's just kind of part of dorm life. There's really never just going to be an absolutely perfect dorm situation. So I just want you all to know and to be encouraged that you guys will have an amazing experience no matter where you end up. Just think, this is literally for like 9 months of your life, not even 9 months, more like 8 months of your life. I promise y'all, like, y'all are gonna make the absolute best out of this situation, and just know that everything with the dorm situation will work out. I know it's, you know, hard when maybe one of your friends got a dorm that you really wanted, or whatever, vice versa. But just like, please understand that it's all gonna work out. You're gonna make so many new friends. There's gonna be so many story times and adventures by living in the dorms. So just be excited and get ready for all of that. And if you're watching this video and you ended up getting the dorm that you wanted, congratulations, you somehow beat UT's crazy lottery system this year. So with all of that whole background situation figured out, let's just get right onto the video. Well, I decided that I'm going to do the dorms by location this video. And just once again, before I just like really start cranking out everything, I just want to say that my basic housing video that I made 2 years ago is still useful. It's still relevant. Most of the stuff that I'm gonna say in this video you've probably already heard or watched in that past video. I'm pretty much just saying the same things. It's just I'm having to update this video because housing has changed. So just want to go ahead and preface that. But I'm gonna start with West Campus. Very furthest dorms on West Campus are Magnolia and Dogwood, and they are known as sister dorms. They are primarily semi-suite, which means that you have your own bathroom in your room, so you and your roommate share a bathroom. I know in Magnolia on the 4th floor it is pod style, and that's I think the pre-med LLC. So Dogwood is completely the all honors LLC, so if you're not in the honors college you cannot live in Dogwood. Magnolia, I know, has some LLCs as well. However, I do not believe it is completely LLC, but I'm not 100%. I honestly am not well informed about the LLC locations anymore because I did not live on campus this past year. I actually lived off campus, so I'm just not 100% about any of that. Then next to Magnolia and Dogwood, you have Geyer and Robinson, and these dorms are pretty brand new as well. They're also known as sister dorms, and they are pod style. So basically what pod style means is that 6 people roughly are assigned to a specific restroom, and there's like multiple restrooms and bathrooms like throughout the hallways, and you're assigned to a specific one. So it's not completely community style, but it's not suite style. It's kind of like in the middle. I actually for the very first time went into Geyer, and I actually filmed a Geyer Hall tour. So if you're living in Geyer, I'll go ahead and put that video up for you guys to go watch, and it's actually so nice. It is literally just as nice as Magnolia and Dogwood aesthetically. Just the only difference between those dorms are really the bathroom situation. Then right by Geyer and Robinson you have South Carrick and North Carrick, which is one building. It's the Carricks, but South Carrick is the girl side and North Carrick is the guy side. And this is the suite style dorm. It is known to be a very social dorm. It's kind of known in a way to kind of be the sorority fraternity dorm. There's a lot of people that live in that dorm. Let me just preface that. It is 12 stories long. It is huge. So a lot of people live in the Carrick. So that's why it's just such a social atmosphere. Next to Carrick, you have Rheas, and I don't know, once again, about the whole situation with housing because I did not live on campus this past year, but I do know that last year Rheas was completely fully girls, which is a very odd thing for me because it used to be half girls, half boys. But it was completely girls this year because apparently UT has admitted more girls than guys recently. Some people have done some like South Carrick dorm tours. Go check that out. It is literally the exact same layout as Rheas. That's West Campus. It's kind of known as like Presidential Court building, PCB. That is no longer. They have not knocked it down yet as far as I'm concerned, but they have completely opened up a brand new dining hall, and it is really nice. I don't regret having my meals at PCB, but I will say the new dining hall is very fancy smancy. So if you live in West Campus, you'll probably be using the new dining hall quite frequently because it's just so convenient and it is really nice. So moving more towards Central Campus, you have Hess Hall, and you also have Massey Hall. Hess and Massey are both community style, which means that everybody on your hall shares a bathroom. I promise y'all, it is not bad at all. They literally clean the bathrooms so frequently. I know it sounds just not the most ideal, but I promise y'all, they are cleaned frequently. Whereas the suite style dorms, they don't really come and clean the suite style bathrooms very much, and they also do not really come and clean the semi-suite style bathrooms either. So if you're living in the community style bathrooms, your bathroom will be clean a lot more frequently than anybody else's bathrooms. I can assure you that much. Hess and Massey do kind of have smaller rooms. They're not as spacious. They're not the most updated either, but I'm telling y'all, they are also incredibly social dorms just because of the community bathrooms. You're just constantly always running into people, meeting new people, and they are central campus, so it's kind of like the hub of campus. You're literally in the middle of everything. Right next to Hess is Brown. So Brown's actually like right next door to the new dining hall. Brown is, I honestly think it's mostly LLC. I think you don't have to be an LLC to live in Brown, but they do have quite a bit of LLCs. It's really nice. They have multiple floor plans where some of the rooms are semi-suite and some of them are kind of sort of like a semi-apartment style where like you have like a little living space and then there's like 2 bedrooms or like 2 roommates to a room, 2 roommates to a room, and then y'all share a bathroom. So there's kind of like multiple layouts with that as well. But Brown is super nice. It has like Subway and like Twisted Taco in there. And then I'm gonna go ahead and move to Stokely because I also kind of consider that central-ish campus. So Stokely is pretty much like 49% athlete dorm. And then the rest used to be mostly upperclassmen, kind of like sophomores, some juniors. Not many freshmen used to live in Stokely. And honestly, since they kicked out all the upperclassmen, I'm assuming it's now going to be like 51% freshmen for the most part. So that's definitely a new concept to me. Stokely has its own dining hall in it. It has its own parking garage right next to it. It's very nice, very bougie. Moving to Northern Campus. So we have Clement, Hall, and Laurel Hall. So Clement has always traditionally been a freshman dorm. I actually believe the business LLC is in Clement, if I'm correct on that. I hope I'm correct on that. There are some LLCs, but it's not like an LLC heavy dorm. Clement is a suite style, so it's really kind of similar to the setup of Carrick and Rheas, but it's a little bit different with the layout and everything, but it is a suite style dorm. And then this is what is news to everybody on campus. Hall and Laurel Hall are now available for freshmen. These 2 dorms are apartment style dorms. They were definitely not available for freshmen until now. Hall is so nice. It has a parking garage in it. You have a pod market, Southern Kitchen, which is like a dining hall. You can use your meal swipe there. Very convenient, and the food's really, really good. You have Quiznos, you have Dunkin' Donuts. You literally have everything you could ever need, and it's literally right behind the law school. Laurel Hall is a little bit further back in Fort Sanders. We also call that area the Fort. It's off of Laurel. And it is a big building. It houses a lot of people too. So does Vol. Vol houses a lot of people. But Laurel is also an apartment style. It's just a little bit further back in the Fort. It doesn't have like any pod market situation or whatever, but you're close enough to Vol Hall where it's literally like a 5-minute walk. It's really not that big of an issue. And with Vol and Laurel, there's like, I think there's 1-bedroom options potentially. I think they're very, very rare, but I think there's like 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, 3 bedroom, 4 bedroom. I think that's the apartment style situations. It's gonna be really, really weird to have freshmen living in these apartment style dorms. Like, it's gonna really be an adjustment, I feel like, just to get used to seeing that. That's like gonna be a norm. But one of the really great things about North Campus is that you are really close to the Strip. So there's just all kinds of restaurants and things to do on the Strip, obviously. Like I said earlier in my video, there is no perfect dorm at UT whatsoever. They all have their pros and cons. It's really just like what you make out of it. But I just hope that me making an updated housing video is going to be helpful, and I just never want to confuse anybody. So I hope if anyone was ever confused this year with my basic housing video that I made in 2020, I just hope that my explanations helped you better understand like kind of what's going on. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch this video. I really hope this was helpful, and I will see you guys in another video very soon. Bye.